Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you're new here. My name is Death by Pony. Today we're hopping back into Arcade Spirits, and I'm super excited, so let's go. Well, let's see here. So I talked about how this would be more of a problem for me right now than this, but they are employees. These two are not. Let's go. The sound of hardship calls to me from the Fast Cars 5 racing games. Shouting adults and crying children are never particularly good signs, and I hope beyond hope that I can take this on. I shake this comfort off. Now is not the time to doubt myself. I need to find out what's going on. Stat. As I get close to the revving engine and the clacking and shifting of gears, I see a grown woman berate a crowd of boys.
I didn't.
I didn't. Admit it. I know you did, you brat. You manipulated my precious son to put his token in your game. You should be ashamed of yourself. I'm sorry. Children like you are the absolute worst garbage. Ma'am, keep your voice down. There's no need to shout at a child, no less. What's going on here? This jerk of a boy told my beyond sweet Josh that he should put in his own token into the racing machine so he could play it for free. Josh earned those tokens from his allowance, and I won't let some devil child steal his money. Let's just take a moment to calm down, okay? Before I say anything else, I spot Queen Bee and Tio out of the corner of my eye. Queen Bee looks infuriated, and Tio has buried his face in his hands. Actually, now that I stop and think about it, they might have some insight. The racing game is right next to Showtime stage. Tio probably had a good vantage point. The whole thing, he was dancing on stage, and just by the way Queen Bee brows are furrowed, I can tell something is not sitting right with her. I could ask one of them for their help, or I could try to solve this one by myself. Let's see what Queen Bee says. Since Queen Bee has been consumed by rage, I bet she knows what's really going on here. I wave her over to join us. I attempt to reach out to her for guidance. Ma'am, I know you're upset right now, but I think that... Oh, Jesus. Nope, not helping. This is, in fact, the furthest away from helping I could ever envision. The kid runs away to avoid the loud people as I try my best to defuse the situation. That boy did nothing wrong. Nothing. Excuse me? Pard. How dare you? There's no way I'm getting a word in between these two. I sigh and resign myself to watching it play out. How dare I? How dare you for yelling at that kid? I don't care if he did what you claimed or not. You've got no right to traumatize him over it. He's a thief and he'll grow up to be a no-good criminal. That still doesn't matter. Do you honestly think that, take a single second of your life and really think that shouting at a child is an effective way to handle this? You can't tell me how I should act. Who do you think you are? I'm a nemesis of evildoers. Righter of wrongs. Rising star of L7 Gaming. Queen Bee poses in her trademark pose.
No one can defeat me, Queen Bee.
And I'm the name of the Funplex. I'll punish you. Well, I never. In all my years, you are far worse than that impudent child. Josh, we are leaving this horrible arcade. Right now. Well, that's one way to handle that. The woman scoops up her child and storms out of the front door. I don't think we'll see her or her son anymore, and frankly, I'm okay with that. Once they're gone, Queen Bee turns her attention back to me.
Come on!
Ugh, people like that piss me off. My blood is still boiling.
Oh, hey.
Oh, and hey, thanks for the backup. You're welcome? I really didn't do much of anything. Yeah, well, I knew you had my back, kid. I can sense that you're like me. I can't stand to see people get screamed at. It sucks, you know? Queen Bee started a whole aura changed from her normal upbeat snark to being completely down in the dumps. This is a side of her I haven't seen yet. She just looks so sad. You yell at people all the time. Queen Bee, are you doing okay? I'm not going to pry. Let's see how she's doing. Make sure she's alright. I know it really isn't none of my business. I feel I should ask about this. Looks like the incident hit her hard. Hey, everything alright? It's okay. You can tell me. She pauses for a second before her normal smile creeps back on her lips. Aw, you're so sweet. Seriously, I'll be fine. I just don't like seeing adults treat kids like their future is nothing. Like they'll be worthless stain on society. I had a lot of people tell me I could never be a professional gamer. I should quit daydreaming and say fuck those people. Don't let anyone tell you who you are. But hey,
Thanks.
thanks for asking. I appreciate it, kid. Okay, show's over. You should go and check on that boy. The boy, I totally forgot. You're right. I always am. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to try and squeeze in a few more matches before quitting time.
Later.
I'm out, kid. Queen Bee takes one more moment to triangulate the safest path back to Fist of Discomfort through the sea of children. After poking around a bit, I managed to find the kid, still shaken up from the whole ordeal. Hey, sorry about that. Are you going to be okay? I think so. I swear I didn't do anything. The other kid just came up out of nowhere and dropped his token in my slot. After I lost, I got off the game and offered it to him. He just ran away. And then that woman approached you and started yelling? The boy nods, wiping his snotty nose on his shirt. Uh-huh. Well, if it's any consolation, the bad lady is gone. I don't think she's going to come back, ever. Especially after the way Queen Bean burned her. The boy's cheeks still streaked with tears, let a smile spread on his face.
Thank you.
Thank you, and tell the other lady thanks for sticking up for me too. Aw, he's so happy. Look at that grin. I nod and the boy scurries off and rejoins some other friends. 2 problems in the can. Now to deal with the cupcake problem. Oh. Uh-oh. Too late. The vintage midway cabinet Naomi just finished fixing up. It's covered in icing. Looks like Ashley's costume is going to need a dry cleaning too. I shoot them a helpless look and I shrug. Hey Ash. Kinda wish it was pink icing, then nobody would notice. Hey, I'm sorry about that. I wasn't quick enough. You still helped out. I saw you with the other kids. You're a natural. I think things are winding down anyway. Why not take a break, and then I'll swap off with you and take a break myself afterwards. Yeah, okay. Sounds good. Honestly, I'm kind of worn out. Ashley's right. I need to step away from the craziness, only for a few minutes. Honestly, that's why I love customer service. Work with kids now, but they're a lot easier to handle than angry adults. After a silent nod from Gavin to confirm it's cool with him, I slipped away, headed to the employee lounge. What a day. Quirky coworkers, diehard pro gamers, volatile kids, getting into volatile situations. I'd say it's a recipe for wackiness, or some such cliche. But nothing's an easy dismiss cliche when it's happening to you directly. Frankly, I'm exhausted. I dropped down into one of the cheap folding metal chairs in the employee break room, groaning and rolling my head back to try and work the kinks out of my sore shoulders, and spot an upside-down kid. Huh? Oh wait, I'm the one leaning back. I sit up and turn around instead. Better. Wait, what's a kid doing back here? Hey, I think he was hoping I wouldn't notice him. Hi. Hi, and you are Mikey. Okay, that's a start. Hi, Mikey. My name's Ash. So, what are you doing back here? This is an employee-only area. Wait, there's a keypad. How'd you get in? The guy at the desk dropped this. Fills out a piece of paper with the door code written on it. Huh. Score 1 for Ashley's wild story being more fact than fiction. Okay, but you can't stay back here. Well, I don't see any knives, stabbing implements left out in the open, so I guess it's technically safe, but...
Please don't send me back out there.
Well, this is curious. I lean in so we can be on the same level, eye level. Something wrong? You can tell me. I work here. I'm the guy who solves problems.
No problems. Just don't want to go out there.
Don't you want to play with your friends? He gives the most cynical, bitter laugh I've ever heard out of a
I
kindergartner.
don't got any friends. I don't know anybody here. My family just moved to the city. And before that, we lived in another city. And one more for that, but I was too little to remember. Mom told me to come to the party anyway, and I didn't want to, but she took me anyway. And then she left because she's got to work.
New kid in town, huh? He nods mutely. Still, I should have busted him there and then, brought him back out to the party where the other parents could supervise him. I should have told Gavin. I should have enforced the rules of the arcade. Okay, kid, I won't tell on you. If you want to stay back here for the rest of the party, I'll keep you company. Thanks. You really want to tell my mom? Nope. Why, I thought you'd want to make me go. You're an adult like my mom. Hey, I wasn't always an adult. I was a kid once. The new kid in town, in fact. You were the new kid? Yeah, although for me, that started happening back when I was 10. Again and again, moving from town to town, school to school, never really making any friends. Not for years. Mom and Dad kept losing jobs, taking new ones, worse ones. They'd be working all day long, too tired when they came home to do much of anything. After years and years of this, I stopped hoping things could get better, and I decided I'd just take what I could get. I'd go with the flow. What does that mean? It means you don't care. Some things are good, some things are bad, but you don't care. You just do what you have to do without really being sad
But
over
that
it.
sounds so sad. You weren't sad? It's sad to never care about anything, right?
I guess I was sad. I just told myself I wasn't going to be sad, even though I really was. And then I bit my tongue hard, because my little involuntary trip down memory lane is not helping this kid out. Wouldn't have helped little Ash out if an adult did this for me. So instead I decided to be the adult that little Ash would have needed. It could be totally worse. Aliens could attack. It won't always be this bad. Life is up and down. Mom loves you, and that's why she works hard. But this won't beat you. You're a tough kid. No. Let's try and make the kid laugh. Now, Mikey, things feel bad now, but they could be worse. Invaders from Mars could swoop in, dress everybody in silly hats. What? Just think about it. Everybody's wearing really silly hats. They're not embarrassed that they hand over the Earth to aliens. And that's when the dinosaurs show up. The kid stares at me, not sure if he's curious or confused. Okay, so the dinosaurs start fighting the aliens, but they smash all the schools, and that means you don't have homework anymore. And that's when the monsters start showing up because the aliens and the dinosaurs are making too much noise and they can't sleep. Next thing you know, just monsters and aliens and dinosaurs smashing everything, and nobody's having fun at all except them. That's silly. That's really silly. You're smiling, aren't you? Haley drops his smile on realizing he's wearing one. When you're sad or when you're mad, just think to yourself, it could be worse, and invent some silly way it could be worse. Soon you won't feel so bad, and hey, at least there's no dinosaurs smashing things, right? Right. Hey, you know great way to make friends? Jokes, stories, having fun. I bet if you went back out there, you'd find someone who'd laugh at a silly story about dinosaurs and aliens and robots. There's robots too? They're all the robots, if you want there to be. How about it? Let's go back to the party and you can meet some new friends, if you try.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll go talk to them. I'll talk about the robot dinosaurs. Go get him, Mikey. I take his hand and lead him back out to the main room. And off he goes. I'm not fooling myself. I know I haven't fixed all Mikey's problems, but I'm no child psychologist. That was entirely me flying by the seat of my pants. But for one moment there, I was able to help someone in the same crappy situation I found myself in long ago. 15 years ago. Everything changed. No more family vacations, no more arcade visits. We couldn't afford them, and they couldn't take time off work. The whole Linger family had to learn to settle, to accept the lot of life we'd been dealt, to simply go with the flow, never hoping, never wanting. Jennifer did her best to pull me out of that mirror. I'd only know her a few years, one of the few stable times in my life, but she knew the edge I'd been pushed to. Now here I am. Today has been, well, bonkers. Alternately boring and hectic, surreal, and way too real. But I can honestly say I'm more alive today than I've been in a very long time. Beep beep. Beep beep. Ash. Huh? My emotional voice analysis subroutine combined with your body language suggests you are very happy right now. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I am. How'd you know? I just told you, silly. I mean, how did you know I'd love this job so much?
Oh, I know.
Oh, that's easy. I didn't. What? I lied. I was 47% sure. Oh, it has elements that seem to click with your optimal social requirements, a fun atmosphere, spirited coworkers, and helping out people, and so on. Also, I cross-referenced your roommates' postings talking about how much you enjoyed the arcade, visiting when you were a kid. Still, 47%.
99.97%.
But I was 99.97% sure that if I said I was 99.97% sure you'd be willing to give it a try. Another thing I thank Jennifer for, I guess. You're a very weird little app, you know?
Hooray!
I try to be. She's so sweet. When the car's pulling up in the parking lot, it looks like the party's over. It's just about closing time for the arcade anyway. Most of the gamers have filed out by now if they hadn't already fled with the tidal wave of kitties. My first impulse was to bug Gavin about my paperwork, but that can wait. I'd rather go help someone with the tidying up, or maybe see how our VIP gamers are doing. Not enough time to run around and check on everyone, though. Who do I want to hang out with? Gavin, tapping his tablet and frowning. I guess go right to him. Ashley quietly repairing her costume. Maybe she could use company. Naomi prying gum out of a coin slot and looks ready to cry. Queen Bee packing up her gear, getting ready to go home. Tio cooling down with some fast Cars 5 before the day is through. Percy finally finishing his Moopy game and is ready to leave. Well, we're not going to do Naomi, just because I've done her route, so let's go spend time with some other people. I say we try and get our Queen Bee up, alright? Queen Bee looks like she's completely done for the day. There's an exasperated frown on her face as she shoves various webcams and mics into her bag. She doesn't even notice me as I approach. Yeah, Arnaki. Careful, you don't want to break anything. You okay? Fuck yeah, Arnaki. You show that high-tech equipment who's boss. Fuck it. Yeah, fight the man. Wait, why are we angry again? Those kids were really messing with my concentration. High-pitched voices, the crying, the yelling. It's hard to focus with all that background noise. I much prefer the sound of people cheering me on and the excitement of a good crowd. I can cheer you on next time there's a mass child attack. I don't know any formal cheers, but I'm adept at flailing my arms wildly and wooing. That's nice of you, but this one's on me. I wasn't playing at the top of my game tonight. I know I'm so much better than this. It's the worst feeling ever. But you win some, you lose some, right, kid? Yeah, that's how I feel after today's shift. It was rough out there. Normally I leave when a gathering of that caliber is around, but I've got an important tournament coming up and I need all the practice I can get. Kids or no kids.
Not bad.
But your first day, you held your own. I'm impressed. Really? I've dealt with my fair share of brats and trolls roaming around here, and you certainly held yourself up to a higher standard than the last guy who worked here. That's good, right? That's heckin' good, kid. I think you'll fit in nicely among this crowd of misfits. That's a relief. I was worried people weren't going to accept me.
Get wrecked.
If anyone gives you any trouble at all, you tell Queen Bee and I'll fight him. Really? That's not necessary. I don't need people fisticuff in my name. Gavin will most definitely fire me for that. See yourself, kid. Either way, welcome to the gang. Thanks. I watch as Queen Bee slings her bag over her shoulder, waves bye to all the lingerers, and swiftly exits the funplex. With things winding down, there's just one last thing to take care of before I'm out the door. I seek out Gavin to handle the remains of the day. Ash, good work today. Thanks, boss. Mid-boss? Sub-boss? Gavin will do. I can't say you've been a perfect employee, but my standards are impossibly high. So I'll just assume you were as close to perfect as reasonable. You came to me when dealing with those stolen tickets? Good. I want you to know I'll always be here, and you shouldn't here should you need me, even if I look busy. Normally I'd have dealt with angry parents myself, but I was distracted. I've only second-hand accounts of your performance there, but Allowing Queen Bee to yell at the customer is questionable at best. She's volatile. I'd rather you have handled that one on your own, all told. I'm pleased to say that the sale of Mr. Movie's Magic Maze for the full $3,000 was indirectly offset quite a few of these costs. I'm glad you consulted me on that and stuck to your guns on pricing. Even if I'd be happy to be rid of that relic entirely. Why it's still here is a good question. Was I not clear I wanted it gone? Percy didn't want to break up the family. They're machines, not people. He also didn't want Naomi to be sad. Yes, well, Naomi needs to learn to let go, I'd say. Ahem. Are you giving our poor little Ash a hard time, Gavin, dear? Miss Francine, I thought you were napping.
Let's be sensible.
Naomi's dreams matter too, as does the dream of Percy, that poor fellow. Poor? Isn't Percy sticking rich?
Everyone has a dream they're chasing.
Gavin, I know you mean well, wanting to keep everyone's dreams afloat, but sacrifices made in the name of which shatters the dream of others, well, that's not what the Funplex is all about. She's lecturing him. Ash, you understand? Yes, the reason why? Why I'm here? That's the question she asked me during the interview. Now I think I understand. I'm here today because I need to take risks. I've been mired in the muck for years now. Just taking what I can get out of life, going with the flow. I look around and I see all sorts of risk takers. People chasing hopes and dreams without compromise, without looking back. Naomi, Percy, Queen Bee, Theo, Ashley, even you, Gavin. You know, we're better than this. We don't settle. We fight. We chase after our hopes and dreams and cower before taking a chance. We don't take it the safe option. I see.
Apologies.
Ash, Miss Francine, I apologize. This is felt to balance my idealism against my realism some days, but I know in my heart I need to err on the side of idealism, even if my mind screams in protest. I assume you're all still keen to work here, Ash? I don't even hesitate before replying. Absolutely. Gavin fetches a nearby short stack of forms. Fill these out tonight, then hand them to me first thing in the morning. And welcome to the Funplex. Welcome to the family, I'd say. I'm sure you'll fit in just fine, Ash. One bus ride later and I'm home again. Home again, jiggity jig. Jennifer already home from work, bound over eagerly to interrogate me on my day.
Hey.
So, how'd it go? It went well. Well or well? Really well. Your little app came through despite being terrifyingly omniscient. I don't know how to pronounce that. And just a little bit unnerving. You forgot to mention adorable. That's wonderful. I'm so glad to hear things worked out. And you even came home with a smile, like when you were a lifeguard. Huh, I guess I am smiling. Interesting.
By the way, there's just one teensy-weensy little question I have for you. Why exactly did you order a giant crate full of pizza bagels?
Did I neglect to mention that part of the terms and conditions? On the plus side, I know what I'm having for lunch tomorrow. Pizza bagels. Forever. And that's level 1 of Arcade Spirit complete. Hey, look! You also won a prize. You'll get one of these for each level you clear, plus some extras for various endings and other hidden things. Now let's check your score. Ooh. It hits everything. Gavin seems to have taken a shine to you. Looks like your personality is full of strong guts. Funny. Also, you scored 6,100 points. Nice. Keep talking with people and your score will go up, up, up. Today's pizza fact is America eats approximately 100 acres of pizza each day, or 350 slices per second. Woo! Level 2, Chasing Ghosts. Ooh. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, like, that way I know you're enjoying the content I'm making, or hit subscribe. That way YouTube brings you back here to see what happens next, and won't take up any more of your time. Have a good day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.